Okay, so good morning everyone. Welcome to RAFX Trading Room. So in this video or in this broadcast, we will be reviewing what is going on in our local market, which is the Philippine Stock Exchange. So I've seen some movement earlier today and I'd like to share them with all of you. So, first things first, we would like to review what happened on the market yesterday. So, based on this COL document, we had a stock prices initially traded lower on Tuesday, but bargain hunting on select issues later in the session lifted the PSE slightly higher. The PSE rose 9.91 points or 0.14% to close at 6,766.83. The top movers were RRHI, BDO, AC, URC, and ICT. On the other hand, the main drags were P Gold, which down about 3.49%, AAV, EMP, Ali, and MBT. Value turnover to uh, Value turnover soared to 19.0 billion from 19.9 billion seen on Monday. Meanwhile, net foreign selling surged to creates to 10.6 billion from 497.8 million seen on Monday. So that is the market summary yesterday. But at this point, if we look into our index chart, okay, we are up about 29 0.29%, and based on this chart also, we are still uh, completing or trying to bounce back on this support. So we are not yet uh, see any any possible bounce, and because our MACD here is still at the bottom, and it doesn't it is not yet crossing the signal on the MACD. However, the RSI is trying to move up from the oversold area, which is this area here, and maybe this candle will give us a good closing for the day. But we do not know that yet because we are still in the mid of the trading session. However, one of the um, mover, I may say, in my watch list is the Dito, uh, the Dito stock. I think this is because of the valuation made from a international auditor, that the current price is way higher from its true value. So let's see that document from the COL, which is one of the top stories today. Based on this document, it says that Dito trading at a significant premium from MIB valuation. So in connection with a request for a fairness opinion on the terms of a planned share swap transaction between UCME and Dito, Dito hired Multinational Investment Bank Corporation as an independent financial advisor to Value Dito Telecommunity Corporation. So using the net asset value and VWAP methods, MIB valued Dito prior to the share swap agreement to between 1.9 pesos per share and 6.26 pesos per share. So if we look into the yesterday's closing of this of Dito stock, it was at the highest peak of around 13.60 and uh, the highest or the all-time high of this stock is at around 19 pesos, right? But you see on the chart, uh, since what's this one, March 2, it already crossed our 10 moving average, which is a short term moving average that we use for short term. And um, in March 8, it already break down the 50 moving average, which is our medium term moving average. Plus, today we have a gap here from yesterday and today's chart. This is, I think, because of that story. Because MIB said that the true value of Dito share is between 1.9 to 6.26 billion, 6.26 pesos per share. So it's way too far from the current price. So that's I think the reason why uh, the price is uh, decreasing. So let's continue with this story. So likewise, MIB value dito between 145 billion and 167 billion using DCF and NAB method. So these are the fundamental strategies that I don't really uh, know 100%. I usually read them and hear about them, but I don't know the exact calculation or the methods around those terminologies, because as you all know, I am a technical trader and investor, so I do not usually dig deep dive into those terms. Recall that last November 11, 2020, Dito entered into a share swap transaction with UCME, resulting in the company acquiring 100% of UCME issued and outstanding capital stock in exchange of that 11 billion shares, newly issued shares of Dito. The issue price was finalized at 6.11 pesos per share for a total consideration of that 68.4 billion, which is a discount to MIB's fair value estimate for the telco. Note that the following this transaction, Dito will indirectly have a 53.46 economic interest in Dito through an 89% economic interest in Dito Holdings Corporation. So I think this one is the mover of today's price and Dito telecommunication. But the good news is, if you believe that Dito will appreciate in the long run, if you are investor in this asset, then this news is very good news. Unless you have a position on that higher level, then you have to wait and hold your your shares. But for me, since I am closely watching this to re-enter dito telecommunication, I will still wait for the price to stabilize and started to move up again using this chart. So basically what I am waiting for is one, since this is in between 50 and 200 moving average, this could go further down into this area, maybe because it is 6.53, way far from what they're talking about, 6.11%. That may happen, that may or may not happen in the near future, but uh, because we don't know, our guide on that price target is just the chart and the corresponding indicator that we are using. So for me, unless I see uh, a a sign that I need to get in, for example, from here, let's check which is the where's the next support in this area. I think this is the one, that is the 5.02 um, area in here. And then if that is broken, then we will going to look into the 200 moving average. So since we are at the uncertain moment for this chart, all we need to do is, of course, for those holding this and for the long term, then you should hold your shares for now. Close your brokerage account if necessary to fight your urge to sell your position. But for me, I am waiting because I sold already my initial shares at around here, at 16.72. So that's why I am waiting for a good price, a good entry price again, to hold for the next uh, trade. Okay, so that's it for dito, I think. So let's see if we still have another good stories in this document. So one is for FPH. FPH removes minimum threshold for LPC tender offer. So FPH is a, uh, a power company or a holding company. I'm not sure. So let's review, because it's been a while since I'm checking all of the um, companies in the Philippines. So let's check what the FPH is. Okay, so this is a holding company. I think this is also one of the Lopez hold company for sure. And again, so based on this news, they COL is maintaining their buy rating on FPH. So in light with the LPC tender offer exercise, we are raising our fair value estimate on FPH by 5.8%. So let's look the chart of FPH. So technically, it is trying to move now because it found the support in here, and from that area, it is moving up for 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days today. And based on that, the current price is 70 74.85, and their estimate is 153.4 uh, pesos. So 153 is way too far from this chart. So that's around 153. Whoa, this is a good uh, trade to get in for me if you are looking for a short term uh, venue to park your money. Technically, this is a good buy because today the signal for MACD is the MACD is crossing up on that signal, and RSI is also uh, moving up on that. So I think today, before the close, is a good time to retest, to have a test buy on this one. So yeah, and use your technical skill to try and follow the price, and of course do not forget to set your stop loss in here. But for me, this is a good one, and I'd like to um, add this in my watch list so that I can monitor that as well, and I am interested to at least buy some of FPH for the meantime. uh, put some capitals in there so that we can participate and have a piece of the pie during this run up from here, and then up to yeah, the next resistance is I think in here. Okay, so that's it for it. Okay, so for my favorite list, I am also closely monitoring a REIT. So this is a REIT company, first REIT company in the Philippines, which is managed and controlled by the Ayalas. And right now, the price is trying to move closer to the 100, or the 50 moving average. Okay, and MACD is not yet telling us to get back on this trade, so I will be waiting for this indicator to improve. So let's say it goes down here and across to the signal would be a very good deal. So today I think I'll just wait for this price. Oh, naon sa man ng TV? Nawala ang supplement. Nawala. Tingnan si Mama Jing dito. So that is my son, by the way. Uh, his Super Wing show, she said that went out from the television. So let's continue. That's about for A-Rate. And then we already reviewed Dito as one of my favorite as well. So remember that in the Philippine Stock Exchange, I am short-term trader, but a long-term dividend play. So that is the reason why I have a REIT on my list. And then I have also here as AP, or the avoidance power. This is one of my uh, favorite as well, because I've seen that this will give a good yield in terms of uh, dividends. Okay, so for now it is almost complete to give us a buy signal. You see that the MACD is trying to cross the signal, and RSI is also moving up. Okay, so I think this will give us a confirmation in the next day or two, or maybe before the closing. Okay, so for me, this one is a good uh, one to accumulate some shares for a dividend play. So next is DMC. So DMC is another dividend play stock for me, and right now it is in a uptrend after what, um, November of 2020. So it started to go back above the 200 moving average, and right now we have a good MACD, and today we are seeing a good volume as well. So this one is a good entry for those who want to accumulate DMC for their dividend stock collection. So the next one is house. The next one is house. Okay. So a house is continuing its downtrend. I believe it's still on the downtrend because the price is of course below this 200 MA and 50 MA, and of course as well the 20 moving average. But from this moment, from this time up to today, it is in the consolidation. So, but if you'd like to have a good dividend play for this, we have house as one of the best dividend yield stock for in the Philippines. Okay, so if you want to start accumulating, you can start uh, adding into your shares in tranches, so that you can participate in the high dividend yield of this stock. So again, this is my personal opinion. I am giving my personal list because I am a long-term dividend player in the Philippine Stock Exchange, but a short-term to mid-term trader in terms of other uh, blue and second liner stocks in the Philippines. So you may see me reviewing charts based on my opinion, and that is my opinion alone. And of course, I am advising you to do your own diligence before buying and selling stocks, because this type of investment is very risky if you do not know how to what you are doing. So this is one of the reasons also that I am broadcasting or creating this YouTube channel to help newbie traders to start to lessen or to shorten their knowledge curve in terms of trading and investing in stocks. So if you are in the Philippines, of course, you would like to start or test the water in your local stock exchange, which is out in our case we are in the Philippines. So next in my list is uh, MBT. So Metro Bank is my one of my uh, financial sector. Uh, okay, and I believe I found a. This is um, one. This is good for your dividend paying stocks, and also second, this is good for your mid midterm and long term horizon because banks still in a good business unless there is a very large disruption in the financial sector. But for me, MBT is good for dividend play and as well as on the midterm to long term. So I mark this as the resistance or the target that I am aiming to on my short term. But for my long term, I am constantly adding some shares for long term and dividend play position. So I think that is in today's trading room for me. Let me check if we have a viewer or uh, some request in our channel. I think I don't see any. I don't see any reviewer for now or someone. So I hope I'm still. I will try to continue this broadcast, the Philippine Stock Exchange trading room, before going to the another trading room of mine, which is covering forex, oil, silver, and crypto. So I hope you guys found value in this. So if you find value, you can of course um, like and share this video so that we can do or we can share it to the video can reach into more Filipinos trying to invest and trade the market uh, better and in a smarter way. So I'll see you soon on the next live video.